Ladies and gentlemen, let me share something with you. There's a reason behind everything you've gone through. It's not because you're weak. It's not because you're unlucky. It's because you were created differently. You've walked through the fire, but it didn't burn you. You've been through hard tests, but you never broke. And here's the real truth. Some of you don't even realize how blessed you truly are. So I want you to sit up and listen carefully, because today you're going to understand something that will forever change how you see yourself. If you've ever asked yourself why you feel different, why you don't seem to fit in, or why you keep standing back up after life knocks you down, then this message is for you. Because you're not just any woman, you're a woman blessed beyond imagination. There's a special kind of woman who doesn't just get by. She grows, improves, and overcomes. No matter what life puts in her path, she keeps going. She's made differently. She doesn't waste time complaining about the hard times. She faces them head on because she knows they're helping her become even stronger. This woman carries a powerful spirit, a spirit that doesn't give up when things get tough, that doesn't break under stress, and that never lets the world decide her worth. A woman with that kind of spirit doesn't just survive. She changes because of what she goes through. She doesn't fall apart when life gets hard. She adjusts, she learns, she gets better. When people say she's not good enough, she doesn't argue. She shows them they're wrong. She walks through fire, and instead of being destroyed, she becomes stronger, unshakable, and unbreakable. That kind of power doesn't come easily. It's built through pain, through trials, through long nights wondering if she can keep going. It comes from heartbreaks that almost destroyed her, betrayals that cut deep, and failures that made her question everything. She carries scars, but they're not signs of weakness. They're reminders of the fight she's won. She's the kind of woman who has been doubted, ignored, and misunderstood. Yet somehow, she always finds a way to rise. Life has tried to shut her voice, but she won't be silenced. She won't shrink herself to make others feel okay. She doesn't need anyone's approval because she knows who she is. And even when others don't see it, she walks with the quiet confidence of a queen. This woman doesn't go around chasing approval. She doesn't beg people to notice her. When she walks into a room, everything changes. Not because she makes noise, but because her presence is powerful. She doesn't want attention, but people can't help but see her. There's something about her. A quiet confidence, an energy, a presence that speaks volumes without her saying a word. She's learned to trust herself, to listen to her heart, to move in silence when needed. She knows not everyone is meant to come with her. She's walked away from friendships that drained her, left behind relationships that slowed her growth, and stepped out of situations that no longer helped her purpose. Because a strong woman doesn't wait to be chosen. She chooses herself. And let's talk about how she deals with failure. Most people let failure stop them. Most give up when things go wrong. But this woman, she treats failure as a lesson. She looks at it, learns from it, and tries again. She knows every fall is just a chance for a greater rise. When life closes a door, she doesn't wait forever. She creates a new door. She's strong not because she hasn't faced pain, but because she never let pain destroy her. She's walked alone when she had to, stood tall against the odds, and faced moments when quitting seemed easier. But she didn't quit. And that's why she stands tall today. This kind of strength doesn't just protect her. It inspires others. People look at her and wonder how she does it, how she keeps going, how she still smiles after all she's been through. They don't know about the tears she cried in silence, the night she questioned everything, the moments she almost gave up. But she didn't, because she's built differently. And if you're hearing this right now, And something inside you is waking up. Maybe you are that woman. Maybe you've been doubting yourself for far too long. Maybe you've been waiting for someone to say you are enough. But let me say it clearly, you've always been enough. The strength you need, it's already within you. The power you're searching for, it's been there all along. You're not just going through life. You're growing into who you're meant to be. You're letting go of fear, stepping out of doubt, and becoming the woman you were always supposed to be. From now on, walk like you know it. There's something special about you. Something that makes people stop and notice, even when you're not trying. It's not just how you look or how you talk. It's something deeper. It's the way life opens up for you. How doors appear just when you need them. How blessings find you even when you didn't ask. You attract favor, and that's a powerful gift. While others try hard to force things, for you, things just seem to work out at the right time. That doesn't mean you don't work hard. You do. But something bigger is working with you. Things fall into place after setbacks. Just when you think it's over, a new path opens. What seemed like a loss becomes a blessing. What felt like an end becomes a new beginning. You've been through times where it looked like there was no hope, but something always came through. That's not chance. That's not luck. That's a higher power moving in your life. Others can see it in you, even if you don't always see it in yourself. That's why people admire you, and that's why some are jealous. They don't understand how you keep rising, how you keep moving forward, how you keep finding light when others stay in the dark. They don't get that what's meant for you will always find you. That no power on this earth can stop what is truly yours. This favor you carry doesn't mean your life has been easy. You've faced pain that could have broken you. You've lost things that mattered. You've been rejected, doubted, hurt. You've asked why these things happened. But even in those dark moments, something kept you going. When doors shut, better ones open. When you thought you were being pushed back, you were really being pushed forward. Have you noticed how when you step into a new place, everything starts shifting? How the right people show up at just the right time? How ideas, chances, and support show up when you least expect, but always when you need them? That's because you're walking in favor. You are being prepared for something greater than what you can currently see. And this kind of favor isn't random. It shows up in the lives of those who are ready, those who have done the hard work inside. It follows those with the right heart, the right mindset, and the courage to turn their blessings into something meaningful. You aren't just lucky, you're trusted. Trusted with strength, trusted with wisdom, trusted with purpose. That's why no matter what happens, you always find your way. People might call it luck. They might say, "Oh, she just got lucky." Or, "She was just at the right place at the right time." But deep down, you know better. You remember the nights you cried, the days you almost quit, the battles no one saw. You know nothing about your story was an accident. Every step, every twist, every painful moment was preparing you for something bigger. And now, you're ready. And now it's time for you to claim what is yours. Stop doubting. Stop wondering if you're worthy of the blessings coming into your life. You are worthy. Don't keep holding yourself back just to make others feel comfortable. Don't feel guilty because good things seem to follow you. You didn't take anything that wasn't yours. You didn't fake your way into any of it. You were meant for this. So lift your head up, move with boldness. Carry yourself with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that what belongs to them is already making its way forward. Speak with certainty because your words have power. Choose boldly even when the future looks uncertain, because the path is being cleared even before you see it. Here's what you need to understand. When you're favored, You don't have to run after things that are already meant for you. They will show up. They always do. And when they arrive, don't hesitate. Step right into it. Own it. There's a calm inside of you that most people can't figure out. While the world is rushing, while everyone is stressed over things beyond their control, while anxiety and fear take over people's minds, you carry yourself differently. You have a calmness, a steady way of walking, a quiet confidence that no one can easily shake. And it's not because your life has been perfect. Far from it. You've been through storms, you've faced brokenness. You've had moments that could have crushed your spirit. But through it all, you've discovered one powerful truth. Peace doesn't mean you don't have problems. It means you've learned how to trust through them. Many people wake up each day full of fear. They're always nervous about what might happen next. They're afraid of what could go wrong. They live their lives waiting for something bad to happen, but not you. Even when things don't add up, even when life throws things at you that you don't understand, you don't respond with fear. You stay calm. You don't let worry take over your heart. Why? Because somewhere deep inside, you know it's all going to work out. Even when you can't figure out how, even when you don't have the full picture, you choose to walk with faith instead of fear. This level of peace makes people question you. They look at you and think, why isn't she falling apart? Why isn't she panicking like the rest of us? How can she still be standing after everything she's experienced? What they don't know is that your strength doesn't come from this world. They don't realize you've survived far too much to break easily. They don't know about the silent nights when you taught yourself to trust, even when everything seemed to be falling apart. They don't see how many times you had to release what you wanted so you could receive something greater. Your peace is your power. It's why you don't react the way others expect. It's why you can stand tall even when things are uncertain. It's why you don't need applause, approval, or people's attention. You already understand what's meant for you will come, and what's not will walk away. That's why nothing can shake you. Some people won't like your peace. They'll try to bring noise into your life. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because they can't relate to a life that doesn't run on chaos. They're used to drama. They thrive on confusion. They spend their time chasing things that never satisfy them. So, when they come across someone who doesn't need to impress anyone, someone who is full of peace and contentment, it throws them off. That's why you have to protect your peace. Hold on to it like your life depends on it. Don't let just anyone near your energy. Don't waste your breath explaining yourself to people who have already chosen to misunderstand you. Don't shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never yours in the first place. You already know what happens when you let the wrong energy in. You've felt how heavy it gets when you carry things that were never yours. You've spent too much time trying to rescue people who had no desire to change. You've learned the hard way that some people don't want peace. They don't know who they are without their problems. But that isn't your issue to fix. Your role is to stay centered, stay rooted, stay in your peace. That doesn't mean life won't challenge you. It doesn't mean you won't face rough moments. It just means that whatever happens, you will remain firm. And when you begin to live like that, with that level of inner peace and strength, things begin to shift. Life starts moving in your favor. The things that used to stress you no longer affect you. The people who used to drain you begin to fall away. The opportunities that once seemed blocked now begin to unfold with ease. Why? Because you've stopped chasing what doesn't belong in your world. You're now attracting what matches your spirit. You've become the kind of woman who is steady, unbothered, and unstoppable. A woman who knows the storms may come, but she will not be shaken. A woman who doesn't beg, doesn't cling, doesn't chase, because she already knows who she is. She knows what she carries. She knows what is coming is far better than what's gone. And because of that, she moves with peace that no one can steal. You are different. You've always been different. You feel things deeper than others. You pick up on energy the moment you walk into a room. It's like you carry an inner wisdom that helps you sense what's really going on. You can feel when someone's being honest and when they're hiding something. You can tell when something is right for you and when it's not, even if you can't always explain why. There were times when you ignored that voice. You second-guessed yourself, and you paid the price. You trusted the wrong people. You stayed in places longer than you should have. You gave your energy to things that left you empty. But every single time you chose to walk away from the wrong thing, every time you finally listened to that inner voice, you were saved, you were rerouted, you were protected, and you always ended up somewhere better. This isn't random. Not everyone has this kind of discernment. Not everyone can sense things before they happen. Not everyone has a quiet nudge inside that tells them when to walk away, when to wait, when to take a leap. But you do. You've had it for as long as you can remember. You notice when someone's energy doesn't match their words. You know when an opportunity seems good on the surface, but isn't right for your spirit. You know when something is calling you forward and when something is holding you back. You often walk alone. You don't follow the crowd. You don't jump on trends just because others do. You think deeply. You move with intention. You wait for what feels aligned instead of forcing things that don't fit. That's why people don't always understand you. They don't get why you make the choices you make. They don't see why you don't settle. They wonder why you quietly walk away from spaces where your spirit feels uneasy. But they don't need to understand. Your discernment isn't for them, it's for you. It's there to protect you. It's there to keep you from walking into situations that will harm you. It's there to lead you into something better. Every time you trusted that inner knowing, you were guided exactly where you needed to be. Think about those times you almost made a move, but something inside said. Think about when someone smiled at you, but something didn't feel right. Think about when you walked away from an opportunity, not because it wasn't good, but because it didn't feel right deep down. Maybe at the time you didn't know why, but later the truth came out. Later, you saw what you were being shielded from. Later, you were thankful for the delay. That voice, that intuition, that discernment, it's your gift, it's your strength. And it's not something to ignore. It's not something to suppress. The more you lean into it, the louder and clearer it gets. The more you trust it, the more confident you become. And the more you follow it, the more your life falls into place. But understand this. This kind of awareness makes some people uncomfortable. They'll say you're too guarded. They'll say you're overthinking. They'll try to make you question yourself. They might even say you're imagining things. But you're not. You've simply learned how to listen to the wisdom inside of you. And that's something not everyone has the courage to do. They want you to ignore your inner knowing so they can have easier access to your mind and heart. They want you to question your instincts so they can sway your choices. Don't give them that power. Don't allow anyone to make you second. Guess what you already sense within. Don't let anyone talk you into settling for something that doesn't feel right deep inside. Don't let someone tell you your expectations are too high, that you should overlook the signs, or that you should give more chances when your spirit is already telling you it's time to walk away. You were given this inner guide for a reason, and the more you listen to it, the more it will lead you to the life meant for you. So lean into it. Believe in yourself. Trust that quiet voice inside has never steered you wrong, because the moment you choose to fully believe in it, the moment you stop questioning it, is the moment you'll start walking fully into the life that's been waiting for you all along. You've been through things that would have broken a lot of people. You've dealt with setbacks, pain, and betrayal. You've had to stay strong in moments when nobody else was there to hold you up. You've faced times where the weight of everything felt like too much to bear, where you questioned whether you had the strength to keep going. But you're still here. You're still rising. You're still pushing forward. People may see your power, but they don't know the private battles you've had to face. They see your courage, but they don't know about the nights you cried quietly, the days you put on a brave face while carrying a heavy heart. They don't know how many times you've had to begin again from nothing. You are not strong because life was gentle. You are strong because life tested you, and you chose not to break. You are strong because you kept going even when giving up seemed easier. You are strong because you faced battles you never asked for, and you met them head on. That strength is what makes you different. It's what helps you walk through fire and come out whole. It's what lets you manage situations that would break others. It's what gives you the ability to rise above the mess, the noise, and the confusion that try to drag you down. Your strength makes others uncomfortable. Some will try to make it seem like what you went through wasn't that hard. They'll try to convince you that you're just lucky, or that things came easily to you. They do that because they don't want to admit how much you've fought for what you have, how much pain you had to bear, and how many wins you earned quietly. And there will be people who test your strength, who push your limits just to see if they can get you to break. They can't handle that you don't fall apart under pressure, that you stay calm when things get rough. So they try to make you unsure, make you question your own power, make you wonder if you're really as strong as you believe. But they will not succeed. What they don't understand is that your strength doesn't come from outside approval. It doesn't depend on what others think, how they treat you, or whether they cheer you on. Your strength was formed in your struggles, in your lessons, in the storms you survived. You don't need anyone to tell you how powerful you are. You don't need to wait for permission to believe in yourself. You already know. You've seen yourself survive things you once thought you couldn't. You've seen yourself keep going when everything told you to stop. You've held yourself together when everything around you was falling apart. That kind of strength isn't pretend. It's not something someone can lend you. And no one can take it from you either. That's why you should never let anyone make you feel like you're too much, like your power is too loud. Like you should make yourself smaller so others feel better. You didn't go through all of that just to hide. You didn't come out of all those storms just to dim your light. You didn't make it this far to let other people's discomfort make you forget who you are. Stand in your strength. Be proud of it. Let it remind you that no matter what tries to shake you, no matter who doubts you, no matter what stands in your way, you will not fall, because you've already faced worse and you made it through. Your life has meaning. Even when you feel lost, even when you're unsure of your path, there is something bigger at work. Something is guiding you, shaping you into who you were created to be. You're not here by mistake. Every struggle, every win, every moment of pain or joy is part of a bigger picture you can't fully see right now. There were times when you doubted your worth, times when you felt unseen and unappreciated, as if nothing you did mattered. But the truth is, you have always mattered. Even when no one noticed your effort, even when your kindness went unnoticed, even when those around you didn't value your presence, you were still making a difference. every kind word you offered, every act of courage you showed, every time you kept going when giving up seemed easier. You were walking in your purpose. Purpose isn't always obvious. It doesn't always shout or shine under a spotlight. Sometimes it's quiet. It shows up in the small ways you lift others, in the way you change someone's view with a simple word, in the way your strength keeps someone else from giving up. Your purpose is in your presence, in the calm you bring, in the way people feel peace around you. You don't have to chase it. You're already living it, even when you don't realize. Every lesson, every struggle, every time you healed instead of breaking, it was all preparing you. It was shaping you for something more. But the real challenge starts when you begin to walk fully in your purpose. Not everyone will celebrate that. Not everyone will understand why you're changing, why you no longer fit their expectations. Some people will resist your growth. They'll try to keep you where they're comfortable. They'll want you to stay who you were, not who you are becoming. They'll try to pull you back, to guilt you into shrinking, into staying small. Don't let them stop your growth. You weren't born to play small. You weren't meant to quiet your voice, so others don't feel insecure. You were made to do something only you can do. You were given a path that no one else can walk in your place. And that's why you feel different. That's why you see things others miss. That's why you know deep down there's something more. Your journey will never look exactly like someone else's. Stop measuring yourself against their timing. Stop doubting your process just because someone else's looks different. Just because you can't see how it all comes together doesn't mean it isn't. Just because you haven't reached the final destination doesn't mean you're lost. Every step you take, even the uncertain ones, even the small ones, they're all leading you to where you're meant to be. And when that doubt creeps in, because it will, remind yourself of how far you've come. Remember the things that once looked like they'd destroy you, but didn't. Remember the times you felt directionless, but still found your way. You've always been led, always been watched over, always been guided towards something better. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to know every detail. Just trust that the same strength that got you this far will take you even further. Just keep moving forward. Keep becoming. Keep growing into the person you were always meant to be. Your purpose isn't somewhere far away. It's already in you. It's not something you have to look for. It's something you have to choose to live out. And when you do, when you fully stand in who you are and why you're here, everything around you will begin to shift. So tell me, can you see it now? Can you feel it? You're not average. You're not just anyone. You are a woman covered in blessings beyond what words can describe. The pain didn't break you, it made you. The losses didn't stop you, they shaped you. From now on, walk like you know that. Speak like you believe it. Live like you were created with meaning and fire in your soul. Because it's true. You are. So step forward and don't hold back. The world needs to see who you're becoming. Unstoppable. Unshackable.